Hi Libras, Trishna here. Welcome to your October 2021 Love, Psychic, and Tarot reading. So what I'm feeling for you, Libra, for October of 2021 is I feel like when it comes to love, you are in a good place. I feel like there is somebody that you have identified who is of interest to you. You've maybe been noticing them more from afar a little bit, like maybe you haven't really reached out to them or had a real conversation with them. They may or may not know that you exist just yet. It's just somebody that you saw who looks really nice and looks like the kind of person that you are looking for. And so I feel like, you're in a good place in this respect. Now, I do feel like this kind of person is more along the lines of your type, like the kind of person that you tend to go after relationship after relationship after relationship. I do feel like there are some differences, but they do tend to fit your type. Now, I don't think that this is a bad thing. Actually, I think this is a good thing. I think, Libra, that you have a really good idea of who would make a good partner for you. I think you have a good idea of what a healthy partner looks like, a healthy relationship looks like, etc. So this is a good thing. Now, I do have some guidance to give you to make your love life going forward better, more productive, and healthier, and more successful. So when it comes to this particular individual that you're interested in, do I think that they could be interested in you as well? Yes. Almost certainly. Do I think that your relationship with this person can last? As the energy sits, no. However, it's as the energy sits. And one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is whenever you're getting a psychic reading or a tarot reading or any other kind of reading, it's important to know that there is always free will and that you can always change your reading based off of your dominant energy. And I'm actually probably going to do a video on this topic at some point because I don't know that a lot of people know that. But if you didn't know that before, now you know. Just because I say something isn't going to work out does not mean that that's set in stone. There's nothing you can ever do to change it. It simply means that based off of your current belief systems, based off of your current energy, the current vibe, the current frequency that you're living at, which is all dependent upon your expectations and your belief systems and how you feel about certain things. Based off of that, more than likely it's not going to work out. Now, if you change those belief systems to ones that will help this work out, then you can change the potentials to be in your favor. And if you did that and then we did a reading a month down the line, I would probably give you a different answer. I'd probably be like, yeah, this is going to work out. So it's all dependent on your belief system. So here's what I want to share with you, Libra. As the energy sits, I don't think that a relationship with this person would work out. It's not because they are not the right person. It's not because they are not a good person. It's not because they are a bad match for you. It's not because you're entering into a cycle that you keep finding yourself in, like you keep going after the same guy, just different faces, different names. That all is fine. The cycle that you're currently in, Libra, is that you don't really know how to accept love. And that is what is going to trip you up in your relationship with this person, likely in your relationship with most people in a romantic sense, maybe even friendships. But you don't really know how to accept love. And what I mean by that is that you can be very, untrusting? Is that a word? You don't trust people. So when your partner, if this person becomes your partner, if they were to do something nice for you, your mind sometimes can go into overdrive where it starts thinking, well, they must have other intentions. They wouldn't do something nice for me. There must be some other ulterior motive that's going on. Like maybe they're trying to get something from me that I don't want to give. Maybe they're trying to take advantage of me in some way and they're trying to butter me up. Or maybe they did something bad and that's why all of a sudden they're doing something nice. So there is some element of not being able to trust another person, but also when you think about it, it's really not being able to trust yourself and your own worthiness. Because why would you automatically assume that somebody is only doing something to take advantage of you or because they're trying to make up for something that they did bad? Like, why would you assume that unless there is some level of trust or some level of feeling that you're not worthy of simply receiving something nice just because it's something nice? So Libra, simply work on that this month. And you will find that your relationships going forward are going to blossom when you are able to accept the love that you are being given. Now, Libra, I think you've approached life from the mentality of you need to be discerning. You can be very analytical. You like to weigh the pros and cons. You're Libra. So you can be very in your head about things, and sometimes it's hard for you to connect emotionally to things. And I think that this kind of an analysis or being overly analytical, I think being analytical is not a bad thing. It's being discerning, it's judging a situation and making sure that you aren't going to be taken advantage of. But there comes a point when you have to take a risk. Take a risk when it comes to love and see what happens. And open yourself up and be okay with maybe things not working out and you looking like a fool. Maybe that's something that you're really scared of. You don't want to be the one that looks like the fool. So you overanalyze things and protect yourself in these untrusting ways so that you never end up being the one that looked like the fool. You never got taken advantage of. I don't want you to get taken advantage of, Libra, but I just want you to open your heart up to risk and to being okay with being the fool if that's what happens. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think the majority of your partners in the past wanted to make you a fool. I don't think that at all. But I think that you need to be okay with that happening so you can let go you trying to protect yourself from that. Because if you're okay with that happening, then you're not going to try so hard to push against. You're not going to try so hard to protect yourself because you've made your peace. But if that were to happen, so what? I kick them out of my life and I move on and I find someone else. It's like it never even happened, Or so what? I've got people in my life that love me. Or so what? At least I put my all in. At least I tried my best. At least I put my heart on the line and I was willing to risk something, and that's actually bravery. So, there's different ways. Like, you just got to change your mentality around certain things so that you can open yourself up to love and then change your potentials and then bring in the love that you really want, Libra. All right, Libra, so now we're getting into the tarot portion of the video. Actually, this time we're going to be using animal oracle cards. So the first card that we have is the vulture, and then we also have the gazelle. And I feel like both of these speak to, actually all of the cards speak to what we just talked about. So with the vulture, I feel like this is your mentality that there are vultures out there. There are vultures who are waiting for an opportunity to take advantage or to jump in or to do something that isn't necessarily right. There's basically vultures just like watching over you, ready for whatever move that they need to make. And I think, Libra, your sense of discernment and judgment is really powerful, but it needs to be put in the right context. So if you're somebody who's looking at a contract or about to sign a contract, yes, by all means, look at everything, overanalyze everything, strategize your pieces, and start thinking from all the things that somebody could think about in order to take advantage of you. By all means, do that. Like, you're signing a contract, so that's a perfect place for when you want to use your skill set of being analytical and discerning in these ways and being very less trusting, because it's a contract. That's what happens. And of course, in all areas of life, even love, there are vultures. But I think, Libra, you need to put things in context like we talked about. And in love, don't assume that there are vultures. There are, but don't always assume that. And once you have, here's what you should do, Libra. You see this person that you maybe haven't met yet. You haven't really introduced yourself to yet. They don't really know you, like we talked about in the intuitive portion. You like them. Okay, and then you guys start coming together. And maybe the two of you date or, whatever it is. And through that process, you think, this person is a good person. So you're analyzing them in the beginning, and then you make a decision, this person is a good person. And then enter a relationship with them officially. Out of dating mode, into relationship mode. But once you do that, start opening up to the trust. So use your discernment until there's a point, but you need to make a decision at some point. I'm going to trust this person or I'm not. If you're not, then move on. Don't get stuck up in these cycles of not being with somebody but not being able to trust them. We're going to talk about that with the gazelle. And so if you don't trust them, don't be with them. Just be friends or something like that. Or nothing. If you do trust them, though, trust your own judgment. Open your heart up. Be willing to take a risk. Receive love. When they do something nice for you, assume that it's because they want to do something nice for you. Assume that it's because they love you, and that's all that their intentions are. Maybe they want to win you over, That's probably what a partner's agenda is going to be. I want to win this person over because I love them and I want them to love me. So if they're doing something nice for you, just see it as a compliment. Hey, this person loves me and wants me to love them. That's all that's going on here. So do the discernment that you want to do, but once there's a point, if you're going to enter into a relationship with them, you got to decide, do you trust this person or not? If you do, open your heart up to the risk. So like we talked about, the next card is the Gazelle. With the Gazelle, I feel like this is who you are right now, Libra. You are the Gazelle. You're worried about the vultures, but you are the Gazelle. The Gazelle is this very beautiful, loving being. It's somebody who has a lot of love to give, a lot of trust to give, but they've either been in a situation throughout their life where they aren't able to trust, or they've chosen not to trust for whatever reason. And so then they are embodying the other side of the Gazelle, which is always on alert. Any little sound, any little thing that seems off, always on alert, perking up. What is that? Do I need to be aware of that? And always being in the stress mode. You know, if there's a noise, is someone out to get me? Stress constantly coursing through your body. And that may be a bit extreme, Libra, but I do feel like it's maybe not that extreme. That you are stressed a lot of times when you're in a relationship as well as when you're out for these reasons. So the final card that we have here is the Black Egg, and it's in reverse. So whenever I have my deck of cards, I always keep them in the same direction because I am like that. I need them all in the right direction. So whenever a card, so I don't walk in reading reversals, but whenever a card does come out reversed, I'm like, all right, well, all the cards were the right way. So if it came out reversed, it should be reversed. So I feel like, anyways, Libra, I don't know why you went to that. Okay, so Libra. With the Black Egg, I feel like these kinds of mentalities that you have about love have created a lot of darkness in your life, have made you maybe a little bit jaded about love, or never really fully able to engage with it. You love love, Libra. You love so much. I think Libra is actually ruled by Venus. So you love love, Libra. But these mentalities, the stress has kind of put a damper on it, has tainted it a little bit for you. And now's the time to let go of that. And if you let go of that, so much is going to grow, so much is going to blossom. There's going to be beauty that comes out of it. So Libra, let me know what you think. Let me know this is something that resonates with you. Let me know this is something that, if it does resonate with you, you're going to try to kind of grow out of. It can be scary, but it's worth it. So all that's really going to happen is you learn more about yourself, and you learn and you have experiences. So Libra, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that has served you in some way. If you're interested in a one-on-one reading, I offer those. You can learn more at the link in the description box below. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you think could benefit or this channel. And I will see you in my next video.